Hey, it's Michael Che. You're watching Comedy Matters TV. Shout out to Sirius XM. Get me on again. I miss you boys.
Hey, it's Jeffrey Gurian here for Comedy Matters TV and Sirius XM, and I am loose in the street at the Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal. And look who I run into, my buddy Michael Che. What's up, Michael?
How you doing, man? This is fun. Isn't this a great festival?
It's unbelievable, man.
Turkey leg, and there was a turkey leg and pulled pork sandwich. I got both. I'm a big fat cow.
It's your first year up here, right?
Well, this is my second year, but like this is the first time I've been here for like the whole festival, because last time I was only here for like a day and then I had to go back for something else. But now I can kind of chill out and it's kind of fun. I get to watch shows. I got my program. Yeah, I'm excited.
It's like comedy camp, right? Like everybody's here that you want to play with.
Exactly. It's kind of like comedy camp, and there's a cool table and you want to be able to sit there.
At the cool table.
At the cool table. I want to sit with David Tao.
That's right. He's the head of the cool table, yeah, for sure.
Who's cooler than David Tao?
Yeah, that's right. So tell me, what shows are you doing up here?
I'm doing my show. I'm doing a show at 10:30 at the St. Catherine's Cathedral. Is that what it is?
So you got your own show?
Yeah, I got my own show.
That is amazing. Michael Che, his own show at Just for Laughs. It's the biggest comedy festival in the world.
It's the best. It's so much fun, and there's going to be some friends dropping in. I think Brooks Wheelan is coming, and Michelle Wolf, and some other people. It's going to be fun. It's great. I'm excited mostly for the new faces.
You used to write for SNL, right?
I used to write for SNL. Now I'm on a Daily Show as a correspondent. So it's really weird having a microphone. I'm usually the one with the microphone now.
Am I doing okay?
You're doing fantastic. We got to get you on there, man.
That's the deal, man.
How's Ronnie and Fez? They're good?
They're doing great. They love you, man. Every time you come on, they talk about having so much fun with you.
I got to go back.
I'll tell you, what's interesting, though, you mentioned about a microphone. It's like doing improv. When you're interviewing people, you got to be sharp. You can't. There can't be any like awkward silences, right?
Well, it always takes is you got to listen. You got to listen to what the person's saying, because you have an agenda of what you're trying to get out of them, but you also have to be alert to know what they're trying to say and be in the moment, because you might get some gold that you wasn't expecting.
You can't zone out, in other words.
You can't zone out. You got to keep that momentum going. It's like stand-up. It's like that muscle of just keeping it going, keeping that fire burning.
But what's interesting is when I perform, I do material that I wrote. I don't do crowd work. I don't do like observation. No, really very rare. So I should be doing what I'm doing now on stage. It's interesting because I can do conversational shit, but when I'm on stage, I want to know what I'm going to say. Do you prepare? You do material, or do you make it up as you go?
It depends. I usually just read the room. If the room feels like they want to have fun, I kind of want to be on the page with them. So if they like back and forth, I'll do some back and forth. If they like jokes, I'll just do some jokes. I just like to be in the moment, because then the show's new to me as opposed to just being over prepared for it. But like everything that you could ever, every tactic that they say is not something that you shouldn't do in comedy, there's a genius that's doing it. So I mean, there's no wrong way to do it as long as it's working, you know.
Tell me about, you know what, I'm always fascinated by lucky breaks.
Is funny at all?
No, it doesn't even have to be, but it's very cool. I'm fascinated by lucky breaks and synchronicity. What can you think of something that happened that you found was like a lucky break for you, something that you didn't expect to get?
Well, they always told me that luck is preparation and opportunity. So in order to be lucky, you gotta be prepared to take advantage of an opportunity. So you get a lot of opportunities in this business. You never know when you're gonna get lucky. And then if you're prepared and you work hard, you'll be prepared to take care of it. A lot of people are like, hey man, I want to do late night. Like, well, do you have clean 5 minutes? No. Well, how are you going to do late night? Yeah, exactly. So for me, it was a lot of times where people would say, hey, would you like to do this? And I'm like, sure, I've been trying to do that for 2-3 years now. And then you end up getting it. So it's always little things. You always get lucky in this business. I'm
just curious, like if you ever ran into somebody that you didn't expect to see, something like you were in a place you didn't expect to be, and something cool happened as a result of it?
The first time I ever met Patrice O'Neal, who was one of my favorite comedians of all time, happened to be at a post office on my block. He was just in my neighborhood, just happened to be in my neighborhood, happened to be at the post office, and I ran into him there, and that was like a lucky encounter because I really got to talk to him, and I got to meet him and know him a little bit, and that meant a lot to me as a stand-up. So sometimes you get lucky when you're not even thinking about comedy, when you're at the post office getting a money order for rent, you know what I mean?
That's a great example, and I love Patrice. I was very close to him. I don't know if you know, I was his co-host on the Black Phillip Show.
Yeah.
Sirius XM.
And Dante, yeah.
Dante Nero, and then he brought me on after Dante was his original co-host.
Yes.
And then he brought me on, and we had a blast.
Yeah, he was great. It was awesome. But I mean, it's just things like that where you just run into somebody, chance encounter, and we talked about comedy, and it was really cool. So it's the dopest.
Where can people see you in New York?
You can see me. Well, you can see me on The Daily Show, and you can see me anywhere in New York. Usually the Comedy Cellar, or the Comedy Cellar.
Cellar's a special place, right? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's a fun club. They treat me good there, and they got really good hummus. They got good hummus.
Well, they should know. They created hummus.
Come for the comedy, stay for the hummus. Yeah, did they create it there?
Well, Israelis.
Oh, I thought you meant the cellar. I was like, really?
Jews, we're into hummus, hummus.
I don't like hummus that much. I'll be honest with you. I like the olives, but I don't like hummus that much. It tastes like somebody already chewed it.
Taste.
It's like somebody already chewed it. It's too mushy. I don't like it. I like solid foods. I want to chew. I want to be the first to chew my food.
I agree with you. I think that's a good sentiment. The first to chew. We're going to let him go eat his dinner because I stopped him on the way. He got food, and we're talking to him. It was great to see you, brother.
I'm going to eat this kosher pork sandwich, and no, I'm kidding. It's not kosher at all. It's nothing. It's bad.
Jews, we know what's kosher. He doesn't even look Jewish, does he?
I am Jewish. I'm from Lower East Side, man. My whole house smells like pickles. It's great. You like pickles?
I love pickles, yeah.
You remember the pickle barrels in the Lower East Side? They don't have those as much anymore.
You don't see them. And people used to take baths in them in the old days before they had bathtubs. People would bathe in a pickle barrel. Can you believe that?
Well, that sounds terrible. I'll never eat a pickle again. Yeah, that's so unsanitary.
Absolutely horrible.
Good night, guys.
Great to see you.
Thank you so much.